Nuts on the beat.
see
Yeah,
what we
but they
mean
have the
about.
little pictures.
Okay, we are
Yep.
Hi.
live. Good morning,
Oh,
everybody.
Okay. We really
hello.
need more warning for this. I need a better producer because
Okay, well, go
yes.
find one, please. Do me the favor.
Mm, don't make me do that. Mm-mm.
Go find one.
You
Do
you
me the
you
favor.
you know me. I'll find one. All right, everybody. Welcome
Find a
to a
favor.
producer.
Find a better producer, because apparently the
Okay.
one you have isn't good enough.
I didn't say she wasn't good enough, but I mean, it would be nice if she could just say, "Hey, we're about to start in
That's
three,
why I share my
two."
screen
What?
in
No, no,
Discord.
that's not. No, no, that
Well,
is not the
you're the
same.
best.
That is so not the same.
Whatever.
Well,
Everybody, welcome to another sparkling
right.
Sunday right here on the tracks at APC Sports.
hmm And if you look around, there is a couple of cute statues around and hieroglyphs, which means we are pretty much in Egypt on our Egyptian track.
That's it, everybody. We're racing around the pyramids today, or at least a
Yes.
reasonable facsimile. It's hot. It's hot. And did I mention it's hot?
Is that what
Yeah.
that
That's
smell is? I was wondering.
no, that's your upper lip.
It's
And
somebody was
we
speaking telepathy
have
this morning.
we have something really awesome today, and that is Max. Max is
Hey,
with us here today.
Max.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome,
I'd like to
Max.
welcome Max to Frisk to the broadcast team. Max, how's it going today?
It's going really well. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to join you all for this fabulous race. Been following the races and see it's a heated contest. There are some runaways, but of course there is for second, third, and fourth positions in both teams and driver standings. There's a heated battle going on. So really looking forward to this.
So right now, as we continue practice, we want to kind of go through our team standings.
Practice has
And
just ended.
oh, we just finished practice. You know what? See, nobody ever gives me. See, this
No, it
is.
just popped
No,
up.
it's
I know, I know. It
Angel
just
not
Just
happened.
when
paying
you said it.
attention. He just blames
It
everybody
Just when you
else.
said it happened.
no, 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 no. That wasn't me. Literally, it just popped up as I said it.
Yep. You
So
said
let's
it
go.
and it popped up.
It's like son of a. All right. So coming into our team standings after round 8 in 10th place. Well, I'm just gonna say it. It's Garita Gatino. Rock Rose Racing is in 19th. Spirit is in 8th. Tweedledees, who might soon be out for the season, but they're still with us. If you would like to volunteer to drive for Tweedledees, they are looking
Oh,
for
they're
drivers for
definitely
this
out
season.
for the season. They've been replaced.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I mean, I
Tweedledees
was
is no
trying.
longer.
I was trying. Formula Freedom is in 6th. Carmona GP1 is in 5th. Hiss Racing is in 4th place. APC Sauber in 3rd. Achilles Sports is in 2nd place and a runaway by a long shot with 241 points. Longfall Racing. Let me tell you. Wow.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
it's definite. Longfall Racing has won the team championship already. There is no chance they will be replaced by another team in first place. I think last week's performance made it very clear with Kira's victory.
Hmm.
Her very first, by the way, which is really awesome. But yeah, the battle for place 2 and 3 is very heated and very close because Achilles
8
Sportsky in
points.
second.
8
Yes, eight
points.
points ahead of APC Sauber with 108. In fourth, we have his with 102, and in fifth, Carmona GP1 with 99. So these four teams are gonna battle it for the rest of the season out for second and third place because they're really not far apart. They're very
And
close together there.
we always talk about our teams, but our teams wouldn't be anything without the drivers. Let's do a
Exactly.
quick run through here of our top 15 drivers for the season. Coming in 15th
That's the
place with
16.
huh?
That's the 16.
Oh, we want to do 16. You just got to throw
Yeah.
16 in there.
Yes.
Well, let's see. In our top 16, uh, 3 of them are not full-time drivers, and 1 of them has left. That's why we just kind of went back to 15 here. But we'll go all the way back to 18, I
Well, I
guess,
can
with
play
our
the
pointed
driver's
drivers.
intro real fast, and so that they know who
Oh,
the drivers are. How about
I
I do
mean,
Yeah.
that
that
right
would
quick? That would
Show
be.
us the drivers.
Can I show you the drivers?
show us the
Show us
drivers.
the drivers, please.
And while you're at it, let's see your DLLs too. Okay, no, it's a tech joke. Nobody gets that.
What are DLLs?
Don't. It's a driver.
Dynamic
Don't do
link
that.
libraries.
Don't do that.
What actually happened to Shark King?
I don't know actually.
Driver's intro.
Emmy Blackberry. I gotta keep saying that. I know where it is. I gotta keep saying Blackberry.
All right, that were our awesome drivers.
We really got
In
to get
this
that
very
updated
short,
though.
sweet intro that needs some updating. Should we start with the updates first before we bust
That
down the
actually was
drivers?
the updated link that was sent to me. So,
No,
Huh.
it was not.
That was very much not updated.
Well,
well, I'm just saying that's the link that was given to me.
I'm not. We didn't say it was your fault. We just said it needs to
look.
be updated. See, that's on you now. Look at you. Max is like, these people are so unprofessional. And this part of the race, it is. If you could see the YouTube chat right now, they're used to us doing this. This is what we do at the start.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
And I would just like to thank
check us
Millie for her
out on
comment about producers means somebody's getting paid, which I am not.
No, that part. Yeah.
But I'm definitely paying. Definitely paying.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you are.
Okay, moving on.
Yes. So there has been a couple of updates happening. For some of you, there is a new team starting this race. It's run by ex-Gatino driver Chase Dutton. The drivers, it's a team Timber Racing, and the drivers are Bran Morgan and how do you say that? Juanis
I
Band
don't.
Zero. And Gatino Racing has only Mango Darwinan there, but he hasn't been around since a few, so I don't think they will be racing. Also today, Cherno Nova is going to replace Kali Kiori unless she shows up again, like last week, last minute.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much the news there on the teams. And well, yeah,
On a little bit on the technical front there, we've got new cars this week. So
it's
we've got all of the drivers receive their new cars today. So it's going to be interesting to see what's happening on the track as they both work out the track and the new tools they have to work with.
Yeah.
mhm.
Could we
And
could we give
Noel
the
is
Huh?
Hmm? ahead.
Could we give the viewers a lowdown on the new changes in the car? What can the drivers expect?
As far as the technical changes on the car, that is information that we have not been granted just yet. Um, that comes from Luke, and unfortunately, from the race, from our race officials, they haven't given us that information just yet. We're anxiously anticipating that before the next race. Translation: they don't like us that much.
But look at this beautiful track, though. Can we
And
look at the
yeah,
track?
yeah, we have a very beautiful track there.
This
If
track
you
was
would like
actually built
to
by
guide us through
Candy
it.
Tomorrow.
Oh, track by Candy Tomorrow. Very nice. Maybe
So
Angel would
let
like to guide us through it because he's so good at it.
So let's take a look at today's track. Coming off of the starting positions, we go right off of the initial straightaway into a hot 90-degree in turn one. Turn two is a tight hairpin. We're going to be looking for a lot of action there, right out of the hairpin into another tight 90. From the 90 degrees in turn three, we're coming into turn 4, 5, and 6, which are right together here. Now we've got we've got a what looks like it should be a normal 90, but what it actually comes out into a chicane, into a switchback, a soft 180 back around onto the track, and then right into our straightaway one more time. Our drivers are there going to be challenged and watching practice. I'm going to tell you, they are ready for it.
Yes, it's going to be a very curious track there. In this case, since we still have to go for our driver standing, before we get to that, there has been a little update to last race where Little Bear has been disqualified.
Ooh.
Yes, he has been disqualified as there was some issues towards the end of the race. And that was Luke's decision to disqualify Little Bear. So Little Bear, again, last race with no points.
Well, in NASCAR they say rubbing is racing, but let's just say Little Bear got a little bit too handsy.
Yes.
And I think the Little Bear may end up regretting that move, especially considering currently they're in fourth position, and between fourth and third is only 2 points. So
Exactly.
it might be something they will have to think over and regret later on.
Mhm.
And considering his finish last race, that actually might have put him right into second, or at least really close to much, much closer to Edu on this.
Oh, wow.
hmm Yes, it would have definitely put him much closer to Edu. But yeah, well, now Edu has 32 points of a lead to the third place. So definitely it's gonna show. And we'll see how the rest of the season goes. I'm sure Little Bear is going to be quite eager to win all the races. But we'll see how that goes.
All right, let's drop into
qualification. Qualifies.
All right.
Oh, let's get started.
All right, as the qualification starts, let's run real quick through these driver standings. In 25th, we got Mango Darwini. In 24th is going to be Razzie Sorbet. Kyle Fiorelli is going to be 23rd. Shore Kling in 22nd place. 21st place is Jack Taylor. Vigra Stone is in 20th, just behind Becky Aker. Becky Aker in 19th place. Donovan Makalski. You know what? I think they're changing their names on me. It's in 18th place. Valky Rain is in 17th. Chase Dutton no longer driving, but stands in 16th place. Achilles Sauber with 3 points. Right there in 15th place. Morticia Violata, 6th place. I'm sorry. With 6 points in 14th place. Taylor Arello, 12th place. Asdria Nakan in 12th place. Pablo Bakerly is in 11th. Andres Kennedy is in 10th. Candy Tomorrow, designer of the track, in 9th place. Let's see if designing the track will give her any kind of benefit. Callie Chiori is in 8th. Nicole Dallas is in 7th. Fabian Lighton, 6th place. Kira Restrepo in 5th place. Little Bear dropped down to 4th place. Dropped down one position into 4th place. Remember, no points for his last race. My favorite, the favorite name on the grid, Emmy Blueberry. Yeah, I know it's not October anymore. I can't say Bloodberry. Emmy Blueberry in 3rd place, and in 2nd place, Edu Velde. In 1st place by, well, I hate to say it, in 1st place by a mile, Eli Benton.
68 points.
You might as well call it a mile. Just a quick side note: any podium place today for Eli pretty much locks in his win for the season.
Correct. Yes, last race he was going to, if he had won last race, he would have won the season 2. And qualifying 1 is starting. 10 minutes, all driver. They start now, and well, how qualifying goes for those of you who don't know it. First qualifying 10 minutes. The drivers qualify by their best time. The best 12 proceed into qualifying 2. The ones that are below place 12 start at the position they ranked in. Same thing we have in qualifying 2, except that in qualifying 2 we have the best 12 drivers driving, and only the best 6 drivers proceed. And in qualifying 3, the best 6 drivers drive for 5 minutes and start according to the position they placed in. It's that easy.
I'm already seeing drivers getting turned around.
You know, you would think
I don't have all that fancy language. I think it was in the hairpin. Angel would say. I don't have it.
Again, it's not quite a hair. Like I said, coming out of the hairpin right into that switchback. I'm telling you, I told you it's going to be a little bit of a tie-up over there. We've got our first time starting to come in. As always, we never really pay attention to these first times. But looks like the fat pervert is setting the way. In 2nd place already with 28 seconds. Eli Bennett with 27 seconds coming off the first rounds through the track. You know, sometimes you watch as these drivers take their qualifying, and you wonder, did they even just practice? I mean, I don't know what I was just looking at.
Well, sometimes it may look like it. But we know all our drivers practice very hard.
Some more than others.
Yes, some more than others, but they all practice very hard. And Eli takes the first place now.
I guess with the opening practice laps, you have the drivers with a slight unfamiliarity with the new car and getting used to the new car, its handling, as well as the different compounds with the different tyres which the different teams have chosen for this particular race.
Yeah.
One thing I do want everybody to kind of look out for. Again, we're already starting to see people coming out of that chicane, out of turn 3. Mm-hmm. During practice, it didn't seem like it was going to be much of a tie-up for them, and yet here we are. As soon as those nerves kick in for the first qualifying, everybody's really taking those turns very tight. The precision is what's going to be key coming through here. You've got drivers like Eli and Edu who rely almost 100% on speed, with only one straightaway and not a very long one. It's going to be handling that decides this race today.
It definitely will be the handling, but I think that Edu is more the handling side. And what is going there? There looks like 2 cars? What am I seeing? I'm seeing weird. It looks like Achilles has 2 cars.
One of them is Edu's.
Okay.
One of them is Edu, one of them is Achilles.
No, it looks like he has another car attached to him. I don't know. It looks like that to me.
And we'll just chop
I'm
that
just
up to
seeing weird
SL.
things.
No, I think it's
Yes.
just the fin.
Actually, I can take a screenshot, share it.
Don't worry, it's just SL being SL.
It looks
So-
funny.
I bet it does.
Oh,
Ooh, and a little bit of touch,
bear.
a little bit of
Collision
touch between Achilles and Little Bear there.
Yes, that was a very not so gentle hug.
You gotta call it a rub. I mean, you know, hugging they hold on to each other. Little Bear getting a little handsy out there on him. Just everybody keep in
rub.
mind, Little Bear last race was disqualified for
Yes.
aggressive
He's gonna be-
contact.
Yes. So he's gonna be definitely trying his very best today, and Edu takes first place. Emmy in second, Eli in third, Fabian in fourth. Who is that? That's a new name.
Anakin Topaz. Yeah,
Don't
don't.
name.
Anakin Topaz. Okay.
That's definitely a name.
Ah, I told
Okay.
you so.
Well, say what?
I went under the track again.
Yeah, we saw.
Yes. Well, whoever it is, they're in fifth, and that's awesome to see a new driver there in fifth. Little Bear is in sixth.
How about we just
sorry.
call him Anakin?
You're right,
I think it's
sister.
Anakin, like
Yeah,
Luke
like
Skywalker,
Yep.
Anakin.
Yeah, but it's two
Yeah.
wins. That's why I'm kind of going with a knocking.
Well, you
But,
know.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna need you to
nice.
fix
From
that.
below. So we have in sixth Kira Restrepo, seventh Little Bear,
Yeah.
in eighth Candy Tomorrow, in ninth Taylor Aralo, in tenth Achilles, in
Thank you, Billy,
11th
thank
back
you.
with us Azdrea, in 12th. Why is that one grayed out?
Yeah.
Inworld.
I'm not sure why that's grayed out.
We'll talk to. We'll send a message out to our designers to see what's going on here.
Mine's
But-
0.
That's kind of crazy. 12th is it's still grayed out.
We have
Yeah, it's
a
just
bit
number
over
12.
3 minutes left.
By the way, if it sounds like we don't know what we're talking about, just keep in mind the system that we use to race is always in flux, and sometimes we don't always get the technical updates that would give us the best experience for you, but we'll always do our best to make sure that give you the best information.
This is Brandon Morgan. This is one of the new cars, the new drivers.
Racing with with the flat out Rockstar paint job. I was checking them out while they were in the pits. I'm
Oh,
gonna say it. Ooh, hard hit
there.
right into the tires.
I always seem to catch
Just-
the best angle of these drivers. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna.
I feel like my camera forces crashes or something. I don't know.
It's like
Maybe
do
it
do do
does.
do crash.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting nervous that they're on TV. And that's what that is.
This is one of the new drivers who's currently in pole position, is that correct? Sergio?
No, that's Edu.
That's
That's
Edu. Edu.
Ah,
Yeah, so Sergio is Edu. They're the same person.
sure. Okay.
Yeah, we're not sure how that works, but again, we just work here. Anakin is visiting the bottom of the track again.
I don't know what the hell is happening.
Anakin is a new driver, and Anakin is in 5th place, and now just got pushed into 6th. Little Bear coming. Is that Little Bear or is that
That
Edu
is-
that we're looking at?
Well, on the screen
Huh?
it is Virga.
That's Virga. Okay.
Yeah, it's Virga on the screen.
And it took two cars on the inside there,
Oh,
which
that's
is
Emmy.
really slick driving.
Burger, affectionately known as
Brandon
Viagra.
is Anakin.
Oh, Brandon. Okay.
Brandon is Anakin.
We should really put that in the chat.
Oh, put it in.
You expect me to type? How dare
Well, do I
you?
look like a goddamn secretary or what?
I mean, that haircut, kinda, yeah.
Nah, not really. I don't think so.
The disrespect
So,
on the panel.
I'm just saying. He
I'm not
asked. I wasn't
saying.
gonna say anything. He did ask.
Got 25
Oh.
seconds left to this first qualified.
Yes. And it looks like
A new person in pole.
yes,
Super
Kira
agile.
takes the pole. That is Kira. She won her very first race. Last race. And I think she is hungry for more.
Keep in mind we haven't fully decided pole position yet. We still have 2 more rounds. That's 2 more rounds qualifying left to go.
Yes. And qualifying 1 has officially ended. Oh, Achilles snuck his way back up into 12th place there. Very nicely done. Maybe he's in for another pointless race.
You know what? There will not be much more of this, I tell ya.
If you ever want to draw out, just get Noel to draw out just a little bit. Mention Achilles. Go ahead. Every time.
Well, he's been having this 1-point strategy in the last couple of races. So I'm pretty sure he's waiting for the end of the race, end of the season, to show us that he can actually get on the podium.
But I am taking bets. I'm gonna. My
I'm
money's
not
on
betting on
him.
him.
I'm just saying.
I'm not betting on him.
We can do a pool maybe to see how low he goes. Is that a thing?
No.
Oh.
But
Right now, as the drivers are all getting back into the pits and getting ready to start qualifying number 2. Brandon Morgan, Anakin Topaz. I gotta say, I love the paint job. I do love the paint job on the new team's car.
yes, they are very nice. With the little diamond pattern there. And the numbers.
I mean, very understated. That's something I would probably go with. I'm not, I'm not a big fan of the black and gold, but I don't have to be. I'm not driving.
So,
New team sponsored by Petronas and Mercedes-Benz.
So
Of course, coming.
is it the top 10 that go on, or
no, it should be top 12.
the top 12?
Unless it has been changed again.
Again, they don't like
To
us
my
enough
standing, well, to my understanding, it's the top 12 that get to drive on, which I think would be only fair with this many drivers here. Because we do have 17 drivers, and that would be only fair if the top 12 got to continue with that amount of drivers. Yep, top 10 drivers are, top 12 drivers are going to go into qualifying 2.
How would you summarize the driver's handling of the new vehicle in that first session?
I'm gonna be honest. Coming off of that first session after looking at practice, I really did expect a little bit better. The times that we're looking at coming out of this qualifier, we actually saw better times in the practice. I don't know if you can chalk it up to nerves. I don't know if you can chalk it up to the tech really being put to test. But gosh, this is going to be a more technical race than we have seen in the last couple of weeks.
I can't say for the last 2 weeks, Achilles has been practicing on the older card. He was getting 27s during that time, and now he's just not, doesn't seem with this new car to be able to get those same times. so I don't know.
Well,
That's
well,
just
hopefully,
that's just
okay, hopefully, uh-huh.
just watching, you know.
Well, hopefully, he's got a good GM and a pit crew that'll help him get dialed in. Meanwhile, we've got a race to run. Kira Restrepo set to go. Little Bear out front, the fat pervert right there. Emmy Blueberry. And looks like they're coming out of the pits and onto the track.
Yep. Qualifying 2 has started.
And Little Bear wasting no time. He is getting out here and hitting those corners hard.
Well, yes, he is, like I said, very eager to put on a very good performance today. And considering the qualifying, most of the races in the qualifying, the first couple of laps were his best.
He also seems to be taking the corners really sharply and tight on the inside of those. Do you feel he's on the agility tyre compound?
It
I think
seems
so.
like he might be. However, if he is, so is Emmy. Emmy is almost. I've got to give it to her. She's racing aggressive. She's stuck to it. It's almost like she's getting in her practice for the race later today.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely. Emmy and Little Bear both are very good racers, very consistent, and both also very experienced.
Yeah, it was a great turn on the inside. Took over Bear from the inside. Emmy had. Obviously, it's not the race yet, but it just shows her intent.
Yes, I think she wants to get closer to Edu there.
And there's Little Bear back, taking it inside aggressively, and then coming back out, shutting off the outside lane from him.
And there is also Astria. And the new guy Brandon is right behind him there.
Brandon getting aggressive into it. Little Bear comfortable with his time, already pulling into the pits.
I think he's just going for a pit stop.
Everybody go to pits at the same time.
Almost.
Well, you
Be
know,
the case.
you know what? That's what you do though. That's how you. That's race strategy. You want to stay on the leader's race strategy, the race leader's race strategy. You know, this is that early practice. So coming out of the early part of our second qualifier, first place Emmy Blueberry, second place Eli Bennett, third place Nikolai Trax, fourth place the Fat Pervert himself, Little Bear, fifth place Sergio, aka Edu. Yeah, looks like the Fat Pervert just dropped down to sixth. Asdria is in seventh place. Achilles is in eighth place and moving up. Good job, Achilles. Brandon is in ninth place. 10th place goes to Candy Tomorrow. And after that, do we even care? Okay, yeah.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because just like Craven said, everybody matters.
Do they though? Do they? I thought this is racing, not like Pop Warner football. Just we don't give out Patricia. We only give out 3 trophies. 3. That's
Which none of us sitting up here get. So.
not a 1. All right, Achilles getting it. Achilles getting a little bit aggressive on the inside there. Achilles saying, "I'm here. I'm here. I got beer. Get used to it."
I can't see. Did anybody see that message Luke just said?
Yeah, if you're not on the hot lap, basically this season has been plagued with rear pack drivers not giving leeway to the front of the pack. That has played out in some very interesting ways.
I think that's a very fair instruction there from the race manager to ask those who are not on the hot lap to move out of the way. Otherwise, these positions could be substantially affected with just one or two cars getting in the way, leading to a half a second lead time. Could kind of, if we look how close the timings are, that could put you between first and seventh really, really quickly.
Yes, we can definitely attest to that. Just throwing back to new team owner Chase Dutton, involved in controversy earlier this season, that could have actually changed the entire race standings as we see them right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if everybody recalls, but current team owner Chase Dutton, 3 races ago, involved in a little bit of a pushing match at the end of a race. Depending on what perspective you're looking from, either you had a new driver just involved in trying to stay on the lead lap, inadvertently blocking the race lead, or some intentional blocking and taking a race leader out of the game, so to speak. It was a very big controversy. Never really got to the end of it, but I tell you what, however you want to look at it, it definitely changed the race standings for our individual drivers. Had that not occurred earlier this season, we may have a different driver in the lead right now.
Were there any penalties issued as a result of that?
Unfortunately, there were no penalties. There was a stern talking to. That's about it. After that, we have seen some of our race. After that, we do want to commend the governing body. Some of the race rules were changed, and that particular incident is what has led to, a focus on the rear of the pack right now. And we'll politely ask our cameras not to follow the drivers into the bathroom.
Listen, everybody's supposed to be on the track, okay? Can't help it if they decide to go to the bathroom during.
We're gonna ask our cameras to politely not follow the drivers into the bathroom.
We're gonna ask our drivers to politely friend the camera woman, so that way it's a lot easier for her to record who the drivers are and who are not drivers.
I guess weight management is part of the strategy of winning.
I mean, that and some basic engineering. I mean, what happens when you put 3 liters of water through a 2-liter system? Spillage.
No, real drivers wear diapers, I'm just saying.
You know what? We don't even. We don't even have to. Just, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes we go a little too far. You know that we go a little too far. I would just like to point out, I didn't do it this time, okay? It wasn't me.
And with just under 2 minutes to go, seems like Eli Bennett has once again adjusted to this car and is currently seeking pole position in this particular round.
Coming out and just to clarify, coming out of this round was our top 10. We're looking at the top 5 finishers here going into the next round of qualifying. So, that 5th place currently, Emmy Blueberry, but she has shown an ability to come out of the middle of the pack to make the podium.
Oh yes, definitely.
That said, we're not seeing too many changes coming into the last minute. Achillez Sauber dropping down to 9th. Taylor is in 8th. Fabian right there in 7th. Subaha? Who is Subaha?
Subaha?
Subaha.
Oh, with the T in the front? That's Kira.
Yeah, it's Kira Restrepo.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, well, I didn't know. That Subaha does not look like Restrepo to me, but all right.
Well, this picks up your legacy names, not their
I know.
display
Actual
I'm just
names.
saying. I mean, one day I'm gonna change my name to
But people do
Pokemon.
that, you come in and saw you think you got this really, really cool name, and
Uh
then
huh.
after a while you're like, why did I name myself that?
I never had that issue. Like, I was Angela Samante on day one, on my final day. The last time I log into this thing, I will still be Angela Samante
Okay.
because I'm just that cool.
You do your thing. You're so cool.
I'm that fly.
Are you gonna sing the I'm Too Sexy song now?
Nah, on my mama, on my hood, I'm too
Alright.
fly.
So
Hood fool.
qualifying 2 has ended officially, and it looks like Kira Restrepo, Emmy Blueberry, Nicole Dallas, Edu, Little Bear, and Eli are going to proceed into qualifying 3. Fabian, Candy, Taylor Rallo, Achilles, Astria, and Brandon are out unless there are some last minute changes that concern it, but I find it highly doubtful.
As we get ready, we're going to take a slight commercial break here. If you can hear the sound of my voice, so can your customers. Please reach out to APC Productions so that you and your customers can get your commercials right here. Reach out to the people you're looking out for. Contact our producer, Noel, at APC Sports. Sponsor us today. All right, that's it. I wasn't gonna do one for BD for the end. I promise.
Alright, qualifying 3 is about to start.
Too many talented racers out there.
6 best racers.
Six best racers.
6 best, yes, of this race.
Oh, we're waiting for them to line up now. We've got Little Bear and Kira already ready to go. Does that say Omega Sapphire? Oh. I don't have to
And
have a talk
again,
to
we have
Kira.
Longfall Racing with both their cars in there. They're the only team that are represented by 2 drivers in the top 6. And then, of course, we have Edu and Nicole Bow from the Achilles teams, just not the same Achilles team. This is going to be definitely interesting there, especially on plays, on what Emmy does, because she is doing a really good race today, and also very interesting on Kira-san, because she seems to have gotten the hunger for more, and she's been even on the first place a couple of times in the qualifying. And also Little Bear driving very eager to win this race, and so is Eli. He wants to seal the deal and become the champion already for this season. And Nicole fighting very hard to get on that 3rd place in the ranking as well.
Well, Kira Restrepo taking these turns a little bit wide, definitely focusing more on the speed and the accuracy. Coming in, and she's into turn 3, into the switchback, taking it nicely. She's put some distance between her and the field just to make sure that she can get that clean air, get her best times.
Oh yes, now we have those longer rounds for the drivers to get through. And there we go. With the
We're
first,
starting to see some
Eli.
of our first times coming through.
Yes,
Eli
Eli takes the
Bennett.
first, Edu the second, Nicole third, Emmy fourth.
We're still waiting on.
Yes.
Huh, that's a little strange.
Kira takes third place. It looks like the HUD is a bit misbehaving. There,
There
Kira
we go.
in third place, Nicole in fourth, Emmy in fifth, Little Bear in sixth. Little Bear did go slightly off-road there earlier, so yeah, that would explain why he's in sixth. But still, 3 minutes time for drivers to get their best lap there.
Little Bear pulling into the pits already. One more time, if you can hear the sound of our voice, so can your customers. Please reach out to APC Sports Producer Noel Sauber for your opportunity to sponsor these races today.
And here we go with Edu taking the first place.
The new fastest lap has been clocked by Edu, ahead of Eli Bennett.
Yes, he's just ahead of Eli in third. We have Eli's teammate Kira. In fourth, Nicole Dallas. In fifth, Emmy. And in the sixth, still Little Bear. And we have 2 minutes and a couple of seconds left.
The rest of the field seems to be flattening out. 2 minutes and 1 second left in qualifying.
Certainly noticed several drivers attacking each other in this qualifying as though a race is currently underway. I think it comes to your point there, Angelus, about giving yourself that free air. I mean, if you can't get ahead of the pack, then hold back and then give yourself that
Exactly.
distance so you can push for your fastest time.
Exactly.
Yes, it just has to do with having the space and trying to do your best. And there goes Edu slightly flying. And Emmy, she moved just up to fourth place. And she's
listen,
trying to get by.
We've got a real familiar battle up front for the pole position. Edu and Eli, 1 and 2. How many times have we seen this since last season?
Yes.
Quite many times. Though you gotta say, Edu just started driving last season and not even at the beginning of last season. And he has come a very, very long way. And already
and Kira into the
there.
wall in qualifying. Don't think she's going to be moving up
No,
with
not
only
yet,
37
but there is.
seconds.
Maybe she does a good magic lap there. But Emmy did grab third place and Kira got it back there. Nicole still in fifth, Little Bear still in sixth.
You know, I really noticed that, during the first two qualifications, you'll see like the top drivers kind of sit back and, when they get a good decent
Yes,
time.
they do.
But this
Yes.
the last qualification, they go all the way through. Like they're like, I am
It's
not losing
sure.
my spot.
Never. But that's the way. Look. At the end of the day, the greats are only great when they have to be. Michael Jordan wasn't Michael Jordan usually into the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan wasn't really Michael Jordan throughout the season. He was Michael Jordan in the playoffs, in the finals. So we make these decisions. You gotta hold back. You can't put all that talent out there up front.
I think also, given the format of the qualifying, that if you've done extremely well in the first session, the second session, if you don't do so well in the third session, then that's going to be your starting point. So I guess that adds the extra fuel and fire to the third session, where you know that you've really got a battle because the result of this particular session then leads to your position on the starting grid.
And that is it. We're waiting on the official order from
Yes.
Luke.
It looks like Nicole grabbed third place, but we'll see if that is going to happen so.
Yeah.
Because it happened just at the end, so I'm not 100%
Just
sure if it's
we haven't got
still
the
in the
official
valid
numbers
time.
yet.
No, Luke is going to post soon the
Official
official
starting order
standing order is being
is being
organized.
organized. Huh. Well, look at that.
Yep. And some drivers are already lining up
They're not even gonna
their
wait for that
cars.
official.
Like we don't know. Like we don't care. We know where we are. I'm telling you, Emmy just comes in and says blood. I just feel like Emmy's like a race team and she just blood. And the barriers are up. Time to get people in check.
Yes, well, they're adjusting their cars and everything. Curiously, we do have the two new drivers from Timber Racing in 12th and 13th.
Congratulations. Dead in the middle of the pack. With a proper team strategy, they may be able to make their way to the front.
Yeah, I think, strategy does play a big part. If you don't know your pits and you know, and whatnot, your lines, you're not going to get
Yes.
very far.
That is one thing where you have to compliment the two drivers that aren't driving anymore, Pablo and Andres, because they were two great team players on the track.
Yeah, they were.
They were
Pablo,
like a pack of wolves out there,
Pablo
and
and Andres, man, you gotta miss them.
yes, well, they did a great team performance there. If I think back, how they just isolated other drivers that were in between them, they did a fantastic job that so far I have not seen by any other of our teams.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Maybe they're gonna
at the
come
end of the
back.
day, we hope to see him. But we have the races meeting at the start finish line with Luke right now. This is a good chance for everybody one more time to take a good look at that track.
Yes, and Luke is making sure that everybody has the correct car.
Because you gotta have your car properly named. I don't know
Yes.
I don't know why.
There's
I'm
no
just saying
P
that.
in car.
I mean, cart,
There's no P in the car.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
cart.
I
It's
would
a race
hope so
cart.
for the
It's a
driver.
race. It's my
I would
fish.
I
It's
would
my
really
beautiful race fish.
hope so that there is no P in the car.
Okay, that see
Real quick,
again,
I'd like to thank
ladies.
the our viewers that are watching our live stream and tuning with us today. If you would just like and subscribe to help us keep going,
Okay,
we'd appreciate it.
okay. Okay, I say
Yeah.
this every week, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna need you to get YouTube for me. All right? You gotta say it like a YouTuber.
I say it like how I say it.
Nah, we gotta. No, people don't respond to that. You gotta say it like a YouTuber. Hey everybody, thanks for coming out. This wouldn't be anything without you. Make sure that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so that you get all the notifications for when we are ready to race. Gentlemen, let's kick the tires and light those fires. It's time. So you got to get into it like that.
Yeah, okay.
You suck. Anyway, Max is like, what did I do? Why? I'm a professional. Why?
Well,
Why
Max
am I
should know
with
'cause you
these
guys
people?
commentate before. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
I'll see.
what are our general feelings on the difficulty of the track? So, obviously, it's been designed by one of the drivers participating today, Candy, tomorrow. Do you feel the track has the appropriate balance to be able to test speed as well as cornering? And
No, this is not a balanced track at all. Um, if we want to take this back to American racing, to a NASCAR nationally, to a NASCAR analogy, this is Watkins Glen. All right, this is short track. This is road racing. This is going to be a test of a driver's acumen. This isn't a test of the car. This is a test of the driver. When you see those long straightaways and those soft turns, yeah, you can, with maybe a chicane here and there, yeah, that might be a little bit more balanced. No, this is a driver saying, I want to compete against drivers, and the real drivers are going to stand out today.
Yeah, absolutely. A driver-centric track. I guess it adds a bit of variety to have different tracks which bring out different things. The quality of the car, the quality of the driver, and obviously keeps the variety. And at the end of the day, the best teams and the most consistent drivers will ultimately take the championships.
Well, I also say this is going to be a test for the pit crews and the spotters. If these drivers have some good spotters, they're going to let them know where they're going to need to ease up, how they can make sure that they are maintaining their lines, how they can make sure that they can make their way through these packs. The accidents happen, the pileups happen, but you know
Certainly.
what? With a good spotter, you can make it through. If you've got good teams, I mean, we've got teams out here, but they're not racing that way. It's every driver for themselves. There's so many different little things that could be done to tune this, to be and move some of these drivers into better positions. You know, and maybe we'll see somebody in the back of the pack who can, use a team strategy to move forward. Weaker drivers teaming up to move themselves into better positions. But that's what racing is. It's all those factors put into one place. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you do. The math always leads up to one winner.
I wonder though what would happen if you took all these drivers, took them up in a bag, and just like kind of made the teams.
Hmm. Yeah,
I wonder what
You
that
know
would
what
look
would happen?
like.
I think we would have better racing. Honestly, I honestly believe we would have better racing. You know, it's it I don't. The one thing that you don't see is good team racing.
Mhm.
Even if this were in any other professional league, what you would see is you and I are wearing the same colors. We got to get the same place. We can race, but we need to get there together.
Yes.
And you never see that. You never see the push. You never see the blocks. You never see any kind of teamwork out here. And we've seen it before. When drivers work together with a common purpose, they take each other to the finish line every time.
Yeah.
But that's me. I'm not your GM. If I was, that's what I tell you.
Shake 'em
one
up.
question. One question I'd have on that is obviously we can see, especially in the drivers, the team standings, the dominance of long fall racing. I guess that number of points would be achieved by virtue of both drivers, Kira Restrepo and Eli Bennett, being successful on the track. Do you feel that those two have complemented each other and have they worked together to create such a wide gap between long fall racing and the second position Achilles sports gear? Would you say they've worked together as a team quite well?
Long fall standings are purely, I hate to say this, they're purely Eli. Kira's been along for the ride. Kira has race for race done better. She has been working her way up, but those points mostly come from one driver making those poles. I mean, you've got when you come back and you look, you've got one driver with five wins, four poles, and seven podiums. Yeah, that's where it's come from. Whereas you can come back and you can look at Kira. She's got one win and two podiums. She's a consistent driver. She's a consistent top 10 driver. But the numbers don't lie. Eli's the workhorse here.
Sure.
Okay, there's that moment where I've been paying way too much attention to the standings. My bad.
Alrighty then, moving on. Alright, let's look at these cars, aren't they amazing?
Okay, this guy's the thing.
On to the paint jobs.
On to the page. All right. And Craven, what's Luke's announcement coming on to the start of the race?
Craven went for tea.
Oh, okay. Well, Well, looks like Craven is out. Since Craven's not here, Luke's announcement. Please exercise patience today, drivers. We have long sweeping corners, and it's very easy to dip your nose underneath someone. That being said, they more often than not will not see you coming up from behind. These purple these purple slow zones will probably be a problem for many of you, but it won't be if you all do your best and give each other space. He's calling the driver to their cars.
I see the safety car out, and they're gonna do a parade lap. I haven't seen the safety car out in a long time.
I haven't either. I don't know if they're gonna do a parade lap or not. I think maybe the safety car is doing a parade lap.
Yeah, seems to be working its way around the track, maybe checking for debris or bits and
Well, the
pieces.
safety car just bit the wall. I don't know what that says about the safety of the track. Maybe it's good Luke's a designer and not a driver. Maybe. Just saying.
So, Noel, if there was a team vehicle design and paint job championship, who would you place in first?
I know this is gonna seem biased, but I really like the APC car, the red and white.
Yeah. It's a pretty paint job on that for sure.
I think they need to hire this painter I know that does really wonderful paint jobs. I think they need to hire.
I mean, the other cars are nice too. Second, I would probably go with the his car, the purple and white.
Yeah.
His has a nice car too.
Yes. Why does nobody do that? You know what my favorite part of his cars are? The Hello Kitty.
The Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
I like the little paw prints on the car.
Oh, that's still from the old team. Because they used to be Team Meow and Team Meow and Team Viper. They joined together into his because they both his. All right, keep your eyes on the lights. Wait for them to light up, and
All right, that's it. We got five red lights. It's time to boogity, 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 boogity. Here we go.
Yep, there we go. And Edu keeps his pole position there.
Oh, is it
Oh,
a bit of
a bit of hugging there towards the end.
Oh man, okay. Things are getting very tight.
Yes, also a bit of hugging between Fabian and Candy there. To mention again, Candy tomorrow, designer of this track. And Emmy driving a very nice line there, trying to stay away from the
Team is very aggressive right now.
Luke. Achilles Sauber, please surrender some of your positions.
Ooh.
Looks like the leader's starting to create a bit of a gap now. There's a lot of ferocious racing, especially around positions 3, 4, and 5.
Yes, definitely. Edu keeping place 1, Eli in 2nd, Nicole in 3rd, Kira in 4th, Fabian 5th, Emmy 6th, Taylor Arello in 7th, Achilles in 8th, Candy in 9th, Little Bear in 10th.
We're 3 laps in. I just want to point out one thing. You know, we've already got Edu coming up into lap traffic. So, we want to see how that's going to play out with Eli gunning right behind him.
Yes, definitely that's gonna play a big role there, because we have the same scenario we had 4 races ago, I think it was, or 3 races ago, where
Exactly.
Edu had almost the whole race, Eli in his back.
Exactly what we're seeing right now. It's literally, must be milliseconds apart. Literally on his tail.
Yeah, but just keep in mind, tracks like this with all these turns, milliseconds equal miles. It's crazy, but kind of looking at the middle of the pack, things are getting very interesting. Coming out and into turn 3, right into that hard 90.
Oh, I believe Eli's cutting on the inside. I think he's taking pole. So far, he's in first position now. Eli with a sharp maneuver on the inside to go into first.
And he actually did it too. And grabbed that pole position there.
All right, and just to take everybody through at lap 6, we have got Blackjack. What is Blackjack's last name? Blackjack in 15th place. Asdria in 14th. One of our new driver, 1S0, is in 13th. Brandon is in 12th. Achilles is in 11th. We've got a little bit of an accident in the back of the pack. Fat Pervert is still in 10th place as a Little Bear. You've got Taylor in 9th place. Candy Tomorrow, Track Designer in 8th. Rain in 7th. Who's that? Kira Restrepo in 6th. Emmy, the Bloodberry. Emmy Blueberry. Emmy Blueberry is in 5th. Fabian Litton is in 4th. Nicola Trax is in 3rd. And, now 2nd. This is about to be a 3-way battle up front. With Eli taking the lead.
Absolutely. It seems like Eli has a good second and a half gap between himself and Sergio in second. But then
yes, he has a very good heads up there.
I think Eli went into the pits. I think he pitted.
Well, with Eli going into the pits, you can bet that you're going to see some other people headed there soon.
Yeah. He has 31% left on his tires, so I think he's gonna stay on the track for a couple of laps. But what was the stand?
Sergio
he already
right now in 2nd place.
He had 2 seconds of a lead already there. Eli wants to seal the deal for the season.
Certainly with a finishing pole, that will be achieved without question.
Well, if he keeps it up like that, definitely. And in second, Levi do, and right behind Edu, we have Nicole there for a second and third.
It's absolutely nip and tuck between positions 2 and 3 at the moment.
Just keep in mind, everybody, this race has been going fast, and I mean fast. Right now, what we're looking at on the track is probably, I'd say, at least 0.02 of a second faster than what we were looking at any point during practice. We're already the leaders are already 13 laps into 52.
And Nicole and Edu are still fighting for the third place there. And second place.
But that's what you want to see. It's a very aggressive tack being taken right now.
And
nobody's giving up that inside
very
position.
Nice lines there, and Nicole is trying to get by. That is some very good driving by both. And
there's
Nicole,
an inside pass.
Fabulous move
Nicole
on the
takes
inside.
second. Very nicely done there.
Oh, and it's just been
But
overtaken
And
again.
it's back.
Edu takes it back.
What a battle. Fantastic.
Yes, we can expect there a lot of very nice racing
Keep-
action.
I'm going to say this right now. Somebody's spotter is screaming at this moment.
Yes. And Kira behind him in fourth. And there Nicole at the
Oh,
same spot
nice.
takes it. And Edu takes it right back.
And you're going to see that happen over and over just because of the nature of those turns.
Yes. And how they drive them, because that is just awesome. Just the slightest little mistake can cost them their place.
You feel they're on.
Eli pitted now. He's now in third, giving Edu the lead. But Edu is gonna have to pit very soon with Nicole. Both are on 21% on the tires.
And there
Eli
a
is
very,
only 1 second behind them though.
and there's a very large gap between where Eli's position is to the car after that, so this could end up turning into a pretty substantial lead at the moment for Eli.
Yes. And Nicole takes the lead from Edu. But Edu takes it back, just not in the same area we had it before. And Eli is now right behind them. And in fourth we have Emmy Blueberry, or as Angel would say, Bloodberry. In fifth we have Fabian. In sixth, Kira Restrepo, and Kira and Fabian are a whole 4.1 seconds apart. In seventh, moving up little by little bear. In eighth we have Candy Tomorrow. In ninth, Virgo Wolf. In 10th, Joanise. In 11th, Taylor Arallo. In 12th, Brandon. In 13th, Astria. In 14th, Achilles. In 15th, Becky Aker. In 16th, Blackjack Kowalski. In 17th, it would be Chernonova.
And I think the race leader Eli Bennett showing why there's an almost 60-point difference between himself and the second contender, already into first position and with a gap increasing already.
Yes, and Edu and Nicole, place 2 and 3, they are just going into the pit now. So the lead of Eli is just going to increase.
And here we go. We've got 4 seconds between Eli and Edu. Of course, as the pit strategies even out. Ooh, hard check into the wall there.
Knocked my camera right underneath the ground.
And Jack Taylor warning.
Blame the accident.
corner cutting.
That's what we're gonna do.
Knocked that camera right underneath.
Oh, and a bit of an accident there between Fabian and Edu, and who was that, one of the timber racing cars?
Jack Taylor has been issued a warning.
That was banned from the timber racing. Emmy now driving in second place.
Oops, let's do this. Emmy moving up, and yet she's still a full 11 seconds off of Eli right now.
Yes, 11.6 seconds there.
Wow.
That's quite a lead.
Mm-hmm.
And Edu now in third, Nicole in fourth. Very good strategy there by Emmy. She still has 29% on her tires. And she
Apple.
has also a bit of space between her and Idu there in third.
Like collision into the wall there for Eli, just coming off of that corner. And with only 27% left on tyres, do you feel the next pit for him will occur and that could give a chance for the 11-second gap to be closed?
It could.
No,
It
I don't
could,
think
but
so.
not just yet. I think he's going to take his time, and let's see what we got. And he's still got that 11-second pull.
Yeah, he has an awesome lead there. I don't think that his next pit will affect it by much, but something more drastic has to happen. But Jack Taylor has been issued another warning: dangerous driving.
One more, and he'll receive a red card if he has to leave the field.
And in fifth, we have now Kira. In sixth, Fabian. In seventh, still Little Bear. In eighth, Virga Wolf. Maybe it's his time finally to get his very first points. In ninth, Taylor Rallo. In 10th, Candy Tomorrow. In 11th, Achilles. In 10th, Brandon. 13th, Journeys. 14th, Astria. 15th, Blackjack Kowalski. And 16th, Chernova. And 17th, Becky Aker.
But Eli has just come in for another pit and is back out and joined the track. I think that was fantastic timing because he was stuck behind 4 cars, which are certainly slowing him down. And I think taking the pit has now given him a chance to have that clear air again and make it for lap time.
Yes, and Emmy right behind him also used the chance to get into the pit, but she had only 1% left on her tires anyway.
Living life dangerously.
Idu now in second with only 4 seconds behind Eli. Nice Idu. Yeah, Idu just got past Brandon, and he has 60% left on his tires, ready to take on that pole position, but it's questionable with the 5 seconds of a gap still between him and Eli.
But we've got 31 laps already put down in this race. You know, we don't have a lot of time left yet. So if you're gonna make that move, now would be a great time to do it.
Yes, Little Bear moving up to 5th now. Emmy fell back to 6th with a pit stop. Berger is still in 9th place. And let's see, Eli is still 5.5 seconds ahead of Idu. But they
We
have
have-
slightly offset pit strategies. So we'll see how this turns out in the end.
Eli's pit strategy seems to be the let me get in first and get in often.
Well, he does have that luxury. Half the race is done, and Idu definitely will only go to make one more pit stop. Probably same thing with Nicole Dallas, who is almost right behind him, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, Nicole
Well,
is
He has
about 3
3
behind him.
seconds. Yeah, he's in the lead of 3 seconds. And they have Taylor Rallo in between them. And Eli's lead is just increasing there.
That's the thing. The longer he stays out, the more time he puts between him and his competitors. The only thing that's going to slow him up is lap traffic, and he looks like he's going to be able to maneuver his way through that as well.
Well, yes, he's doing it quite smart with the lap traffic there. He is right behind Little Bear, it seems.
Now, last race he was in this. Well, not last race. A few weeks ago, he was in the same position. However, he got stuck behind Chase. Is Little Bear's giving him room to run, but man, every time I see this, I get a little bit scared for the leader.
Yes,
These guys just do not want to be put on that lap behind.
well, we'll see how it plays out, but Eli is putting almost each round they drive half a second between him and Edu.
Wow.
And we're on lap 37 now. And yeah, here now a bit more than half a second of distance between them. He has the 7 seconds lead, and Edu has 3, maybe 4 laps left before he must pit. And I'm pretty sure that will just put a bigger gap between him and Eli there, because Eli should be, yeah, Eli is on 30% there, so he has 1 lap more on his tires than Edu does. Vergastone warning for dangerous driving.
So in the team standings, we have second and third place is the APC team, and then
In 4th
the
place we have
ASG.
him.
So those two teams are kind of battling for the points this race.
Yes, they're
because-
battling, and they have all of them have awesome drivers. You have for APC, you have Edu and Achilles, and I mean Edu, with the way he's been driving, especially the last 5 or 6 races after the first and second race of the season, he's been driving awesome, and that of course shows in the team points. And also ASG with Nicole Dallas and Fabian Litten, they're 2 awesome drivers, and they always bring a decent amount of points home with them. And Eli goes into the pit.
Oh.
So, shoo. What?
Nothing.
And there we have a very nice battle between one of you. Achilles warning for corner cutting. So we'll see how it plays out, but I think so far at least, considering the team championships, this race is the way it's going is gonna make a clear marker there and put APC and ASG further apart from the others. I mean, a lot can happen. We still have quite a few laps left, but yeah, we have. What is it? Emmy is now in 3rd after the pit stops, and Candy Tomorrow is in 9th. So they're pretty close together, and that just means that his and Cremona are gonna be much closer together point-wise, but APC and ASG are gonna both drivers seem to be in a scoring position. So I think we're gonna have more of a decision, statistically speaking, there between those two, and the team championship will be much clearer after this race. But of course, if Formula Freedom keeps on their performance like that, and if Verger does score some points the way it seems it's going for him, which would be nice for him, they could be catapulted right back into the competition for place 2 and 3.
There's quite a lot of congestion towards the back end where you have Little Bear tussling it out with what looks like Asdria. There's a few bits of contact going on there. I think they'll have to be careful lest the race manager spot these contacts.
And we have a massive gap again between Eli and Edu in second place. 10.6 seconds. And Edu has also 5 seconds of a lead to Emmy, who is in third. And Kira there trying to get past Little Bear. It's a really exciting race there. Especially anything past place 1. And Kira takes the 5th place from Little Bear. And Nicole takes 3rd place from Emmy. Emmy now in 4th.
Definitely a good battle going on there. Several cars all tightly packed together. Little Bear's cut on the inside. That brings Little Bear up to 6th.
Yes, and let's see how it looks like now. Edu closes a bit in on Eli by 1 second.
51 laps.
Yep. 20-0 drive-through or pushing car into the pit lane. Somebody got pushed into the pit lane.
You thinking you have time? The race. And the last lap for the race. Do we have time for a drive-to penalty?
Well, pretty sure we have, more or less. And Little Bear and Kira there with a very nice battle for 5th. Fourth, sorry. And we are done. Eli wins the race. In second, we have Edu in third, Nicole Dallas in fourth, Kira Restrepo in fifth, Emmy Blueberry in sixth, Little Bear in seventh, Fabian Littner in eighth, Taylor Candy Tomorrow in ninth, Taylor Aralo in 10th, Virga Wolf. Congratulations on the first points of the season. In 11th, Astria. In 10th, Brennan. In 13th, Achilles. In 14th, Blackjack Kowalski. In 15th, Chernonova. In 16th, Journey Zero. And in 17th, Becky Aker. Congratulations to all the drivers.
All right, so let's kind of go down the unofficial field as it stands. In first place, Eli Bennett. Second place, we have, or I should say on the pole, Eli Bennett. Well, actually, our winner, Eli Bennett. Edu coming in second, Nikolai third, Restrepo in fourth. And rounding out the top five, Emmy Blueberry. See, I didn't say Bloodberry this time.
Good
Well,
job.
let's wait for the official results
Did say
from
unofficial. Did
group.
say unofficial.
Yeah, we just went through that. But yeah, let's see what Luke says to it. If there is any changes, though, I highly doubt that there will be any changes in the top three.
Mm-mm.
Though place 4, 5, and 6 that had a just
Dude,
awesome battle towards the
it
end.
was it was just crazy, man.
Yeah, very nice driving though from all the drivers. And the drivers have been asked to come to the podium. Oh, they have little pyramids today as trophies.
I would just like to say, where is our catering though? I mean, I just we had sushi week before last. Now nothing. Like really nothing. Nothing.
Didn't you
We're in
bring
the
the
desert.
sushi?
We get water.
I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah.
You spoil us with all these good food for all these weeks, and now nothing.
Yes, but the way this race seems to have ended, it's gonna give us much more clarity and put more gaps between the teams on the especially team championship. It's gonna put Achilles Sports Gear and APC Sauber a bit closer together,
Yes.
but with Edu's fantastic second place, um, AS APC is gonna get a bit more points though. So they're gonna be fighting it out there really close. And Team His and Cremona are gonna be much closer. I think Cremona is gonna get past Team His, but I'm not 100% sure. But they're gonna be more battling it out between place 4 and 6 because Formula Freedom this time has two drivers that scored for their team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're gonna see the two Achilles teams battle it out for the rest of the season between place 2 and 3. Longfall can just basically chill. And his Cremona and Formula Freedom are gonna battle it out for place 4 to 6.
I would just say that the only thing that would really make anything better for Team Longfall is if we could get a 1-2 with Kira and Eli.
Yes. Well, Kira has been driving, especially the last two races, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And she is most likely, let's see, Kira is in fourth, Little Bear is in sixth. So she's gonna get much closer to Little Bear and to Emmy as well. So the place for place 3 in the drivers championship is definitely
I,
getting closer together there. Also with
I was
Nicole's fantastic performance.
I was gonna say at this point we might, depending on how Luke scores this one, we might actually have Kira and Little Bear changing places.
Um, well, exactly. I'm not exactly sure, but they should be really close. So out of, if you consider we have Emmy in third, Little Bear in fifth, and Kira in fifth, and Kira finished in fourth today, Emmy in
Mm-hmm.
fifth, and Little Bear in sixth. So Kira is gonna score a couple of points more than they did. So the
Yeah.
gap between them is gonna close down a bit. Fabian was in sixth, and Nicole Dallas is in third. So Nicole Dallas is gonna get quite a few more points and move past Fabian, at least onto sixth place.
If this pattern keeps going, like I, s- I'm going to agree with you. Our team battle is going to be Man, this is just APC Salbert right now has
Yes.
the ability to really just kind of, like I said, Longval might have first place sewed up, but second place APC Salbert really has that ability to just take this all over.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be definitely one of the Achilles teams, APC Sauber and Achilles Sports Gear. They have definitely the most points. But they're gonna be very close, and they just drove up a bit more of a gap between them, Team Hess, Camon, and Freedom after this race. And like I said, the Drivers' Championship is for third place, definitely still on. Edu made after this race an even bigger gap between him and Emmy in third.
Luke's doing points right now.
Yes. Nicole Dallas, I think that's the first. Yes, it's the no, it's the third podium for Nicole Dallas.
I just need to figure out where Eli is racing out of these days, because he's got the Israeli flags and as well as on his helmet, but his helmet has a Mexican flag on the back. I'm like, can we?
These United Nations.
Yes. There we go.
Humility, just not one of this guy's talents is not his strong point.
Yes. So we have the Eli in first, Edu in second, and Nicole in third. Congratulations to you guys. And
Well
we'll
done.
see by next week how much the points are affected, but I think our third to seventh place are pushed much closer in the driver standings,
Okay.
and place 2 and 3 in the teams are much closer, and 4 to 6 are much closer.
There's something I just don't necessarily like to see.
Yes, with this victory, Eli has locked up the officially the drivers' championship already. Luke made it official just 1 minute ago. Thank you, Millie. So yeah, that's official. Eli has won the drivers' championship after race 8 of this season. But we still have 3 more extremely exciting races to come.
I think the flags on Eli kind of represents Kira, because that's where Kira's from.
No, that's Morticia.
Yeah.
No, it's Morticia.
Uh,
Morticia was from.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Kira is from. Her flag is also blue and white, but
So much for me knowing my flags.
We already knew you didn't know your flags after last season, so
Shut up.
it was her.
That was not me. That was
Hale.
Oh, that's
Hales.
right. That was Hales. That was Hales. But, I mean, you didn't do any better, so.
Well, maybe we find out next race with Noel and the flags.
So, how did you enjoy your first race there, Max?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It looks like there's obviously a clear-cut leader, and has shown today why, not only with skill but also with pit strategy. And I think that was mentioned by Noel quite early on, that strategy has to be applied as well as just the drivers racing. But also there were several battles for other positions, so it was a really entertaining race. Pretty much anywhere you saw on the track, from the leader all the way through to the tail, there were battles going on. Drivers, really going for it, which shows their passion for this sport and for this championship. So it was a great thing to be part of it.
Well, I just want to say shout out to everybody one more time on YouTube. Make sure that you hit that like button. Give us we need those likes. They always help out the channel. Hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be aware of every time that we broadcast right here from APCSL Sports. All right, I think it's a good time to wrap it. As good a time to wrap up as any. On behalf of the broadcast partners, Craven, Max,
Bye.
our producer Noel.
Oh, but.
Oh, FYI,
Uh,
Kira is from Argentina. That's at least
Okay,
the flag,
Argentina.
I believe.
Okay.
It looks like the
He
Argentinian
just had to
flag.
get that in.
Yeah,
All
it
right,
looks
well,
it. It's not resin red, but it looks it.
well, on behalf of our broadcast partners, I'm Angelus, and we are out of here.
We are.
Have a great week, guys.